nice to see
Hello, everybody, and welcome to JoJerz Alongside Watch Along. And we're here for WWE's Night of Champions. Sorry about yesterday. I was not feeling well. If you're hearing, you can still kind of hear. I'm not 100%, but I wanted to stream this for you guys. Let me know where you guys are joining me from in the comments. Night of Champions, we got a street fight, Mommy and Raquel. We also have Karrion Kross manifested a match with the fan support, obviously, against Sammy. We have both King and Queen of the Ring finals. We got the U.S. champion Fatu going up against Solo. And then for the main event, I think it's what they said in the pre-show, the WWE champion John Cena versus Punkonomics, CM Punk. For those that watch SmackDown, first I loved it. It was cringe, but I loved it. It was great. I wish John Cena would have come back with that entrance music. Let me know what match are you guys looking for. You look at the bottom, all the matches are scrolling by. I am looking for the main event, obviously, but also the Solo and Fatu match. It's going to be great. I want to see what shenanigans and people getting involved. Obviously, it's the bloodline. The first time ever for Saudi Arabia. Also in the main event, remember, Seth Rollins has that Money in the Bank. May sneak in just to mess with CM Punk. Especially if he looks like he's going to win. Let me know in the comments who you guys are looking forward to. CM Punk. John Cena. It's for the undisputed WWE Championship. I'm sorry, I'm still not 100%, so we might get a cough or two. I'm gonna try to catch it, but I might sneak through. All right, guys. Sorry. They are in Bobby.
The journey is long. The path is hard. But the destination, distant, eternal, gleaming, is somehow clear. Getting here is framed by a question and shaped by a fight. But maybe the fight isn't the hardest part. Maybe it's what you carry that's even heavier. Not just the strength and will and belief, it's the other things. The pressure of expectation, the weight of opportunity, the burden of doubt, and the simple, central, unyielding question. Are you enough? This is where you get the chance to find out.
Whatever it takes to get number 15.
And for some, the best time is now to show the world who they truly are.
Day in and day out. For 25 years, the greatest of all time. It's time CM Punk woke up as champion. John Cena, CM Punk, one final.
Both of those promos for Raw and SmackDown from Cena and Punk were amazing.
This kingdom, this moment, this match, this night, as a champion.
Cena taking from the pipe bomb. CM Punk obviously taking from Cena's Dr. Thugonomics gimmick.
And now, WWE present Night of Champions.
Let's see what's gonna open up the show. They're showing the King of the Ring crown there.
Live in Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It is jam-packed for WWE's Night of Champions.
Let's see who we got first.
For the 24th time, a tournament will culminate in the crowning of a King of the Ring tonight. I'm Michael Cole with a former King of the Ring, Wade Barrett.
Also, they had a lot of technical issues yesterday for SmackDown. Yeah, many apologize for it on air and online. Let's see if they got fixed that. As the camera, it is blurry.
Also here tonight, our
There we go.
making out team. Let's check in with Jude Bible. Hey guys.
اهلا وسهلا بكم وشكرا لكم الله يحييكم في بلاد المملكه العربيه السعوديه. جود اهلا وسهلا بكم الاسطوريه.
يا اهلا وسهلا.
Yeah, Faisal and Jude for the Arab commentators.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's head up to our ring announcer, Mark Nash.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is the finals of the King of the Ring tournament.
So it is Cody versus Randy to kick off the show.
Undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam.
Let me know in the comments who you guys are rooting for there, Randy or Cody. I know if Paco was here, he would he'll be rooting for, well, actually both, because he's a fan of both. I'm guessing Cody's gonna win, but I would like to see Randy go, so Cena and Randy can go one more time, and maybe Randy take that title from if Cena keeps it after tonight. All of Saudi singing Randy's song. So I'm choosing Randy here. Let me know in the comments who you guys have, Randy or Cody, for the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. I think this is the first time Randy and Cody are facing off since his return. But both of them actually injury and from being out to other companies. Cody. Randy definitely taking his time in this entrance. He usually does anyway, but even longer now. Feel that energy. I don't think Randy hasn't won it yet. I don't think he's ever been king of the ring. Yep. Jesus, what a pop. Cody wearing suede bread.
His opponent from Atlanta, Georgia.
Where's it going back to?
222 pounds.
I like the Titantron with the bloody flags of Cody's tattoo. Pretty damn cool. Looks like they've gone through a war. And Tormenti. Going at it.
An incredible atmosphere here tonight in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Thousands of WWE fans singing in unison to both Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes' entrance music. Today now we get down to business in the finals of the King of the Ring. In the year 2008, Randy Orton joined forces with Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr. in a group that will be called Legacy. Over their 2 years together, Orton won 3 World Championships and a Royal Rumble. Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase won 2 tag team titles. Rhodes and DiBiase would kick Orton.
They're going crazy here in the crowd.
They would then do one-on-one action, and over the years, Orton owns a 7-3 singles record against Cody Rhodes. Will that change tonight in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament.
I really don't know who's going to win here. I'm rooting for Randy. But I have no idea either way.
Very successful in Riyadh back in November. He won the first ever Crown Jewel Championship. For Randy Orton's about some retribution tonight. Last year, Wade, in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament, he lost to Gunther in a very controversial manner. Gunther would go on to SummerSlam to win the world title.
The final of the King of the Ring tournament last year was absolute BS, in my opinion, a massive refereeing error. And to a lot of people, Randy Orton is the sentimental favourite tonight to right last year's one.
I think he might win because of that. Crowd is going nuts there. A lot of energy.
There are no words to describe the atmosphere inside the Kingdom Arena tonight. It is absolutely electric. So for the first time in 12 years, these two men go one-on-one.
It might not need us to tonight, Joel. I think this audience is going to do it for us.
Winner of this match, it's SummerSlam. The first
Little
week
chain
of August,
wrestling
New Life
and
Stadium
what?
in New Jersey to take on the undisputed WWE champion, since both of these men are from Friday Night SmackDown. Could be Cena, could be Punk. We find out later on tonight. And Orton now with a shoulder tackle, and down goes Cody Rhodes.
So you're right off the bat from the entrances. I saw so much
Randy
nerves in the eyes
looking
of
stronger
Cody
in the beginning here.
Randy. It's astounding, considering where they've both been previously in their careers. But it's many times. I don't know whether it's the stakes of this match or whether it's the fact that you're probably going to have to do some heinous things to a good friend of yours at some point tonight if you're going to be successful.
It's also the fact of getting screwed over by John Cena. Both of these men, Cody Rhodes in WrestleMania, Randy Orton back at the hometown of St. Louis at Backlash. They'd love to get their hands on Cena again if Cena survives tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure CM Punk might have something to say about that in tonight's main event. We'll see how that goes, but right now you need to put yourself in pole position for SummerSlam.
And Wade mentioned before, these two know each other very well. They've had a legacy together. However, first time in 12 years they've gone one-on-one, so still a feeling out process, so to speak.
Yeah, they know each other incredibly well, and I promise you they've studied each other incredibly well, even if they haven't been competing against each other. But for me, at this point, we've found each other out briefly. We've tied up a couple of times. We've got a sweat on. Throw the friendship to one side. Focus on what counts. That's beating the hell out of this man stood across the ring who wants to take away what you badly want.
And I think Cody's being the heel here. He's striking
Cody
first.
Rhodes with a point. Thanks to Randy Orton. And now Rhodes off the ropes.
Ooh, no knee.
Takes Rhodes down, well placed into the midsection of the American Nightmare. Mentioned before, 24th King of the Ring tournament. Drop down
Uppercut
Cody.
from Cody.
There's the right hand, stunning Orton.
And a little possum there on that knee to the gut, making out it was a lot more painful than perhaps it really was. Just sucking right in.
Rhodes ripped into the corner. My elbow catches Randy on the bridge of the nose. The move by Cody. Quickly into the cover.
Good cover by Cody. Two. Man.
Referee Charles
Kick out by Randy.
This matchup.
So crazy, the mental machinations going on now in the mind of both Randy and Cody. You know full well that your opponent is expecting
Cody going up.
certain things early. You need to make sure you don't do those things. Keep your opponent guessing.
Not sure if I'm ready for Cody Rhodes to go to the top rope so early, but he did it today. It cost him his
Got off by Randy.
there.
Randy certainly was ready for it. It's those reflexes and instincts of the Viper that are
Going for a
simply
superplex.
unsurpassed.
Shades of his father. Cowboy Bob Orton. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, big old superplex.
Wait a second. I don't know if you noticed how Randy, when he bounced off the mat, he quickly went to his lower back. Perhaps it seized up a bit. And Randy Orton clearly in some sort of pain here. Let's not just forget. Randy realizes he may be in trouble as he moves to the ropes and left for his lower back.
And that could be a nerve issue. Of course, Randy Orton has had major lower back issues in the past. That lumbar spine that kept him up for about 12 months, not so long ago. May have tweaked something there.
Cody already going for the crossroads.
Now stalking his man, Randy Orton. He goes right to the lower back and the kidney.
Yeah, it's all fair game. You have to.
Disaster kick by Cody.
God, it could be a disaster for Randy Orton.
Cover. Cody for the win.
Yeah, kick out.
To kick out.
Hook the leg too late.
Weak kick out. This is not the kind of abuse that keeps Randy Orton down traditionally with that lower back, that lumbar spine. Apparently has now served a handicap to the body.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes targeting the lower back as goes to work on Orton.
Suplex on Orton. Cody targeting the back cover. Yeah, kick out everyone.
The king of the ring tournament.
Well, whatever game plan Cody Rhodes came into with this will probably just change. I don't know what his plan to target was, but now throw that out the window. Go for what hurts.
Yeah, Randy clearly hurt as Cody Rhodes unloads, trying to fight back as well. Rhodes and Orton exchanging blows. Randy now. Oh, and
backbreaker.
Backbreaker, and even that causes Orton to go.
Great selling from Orton if it's not
that's
a real injury.
Instinctive move from Randy Orton. He's done it millions of times before.
Can't capitalize on it.
His brain automatically went there and now clearly regrets it. Take another look at it. Standard stuff from Orton. But it hurt him far more than it did Cody Rhodes.
First, the King of the Ring tournament, one of attrition.
Yeah, Cody definitely
surviving to get to the finals and winning. And now Cody Rhodes and Cody now. It's working on the lower back, wrapping him around the ring.
Yeah, Cody definitely playing the heel. At least on this match.
Vicious. This is a very different side of Cody Rhodes. Why? Because the stakes are so massive this evening.
Yeah.
Not just the crown, but that opportunity beckoning at SummerSlam range, just at the goal.
Well, let's go, Randy. Chance for our capacity crowd here in Rio.
I like this one, Cody Rhodes. I promise you, if the roles were reversed,
Cody going up again.
No hesitation.
Missile drop kick. Cover.
Again by Cody.
Two. Man, kick out by Randy.
The back issue. Obviously, each and every time you're forced to kick out, it bothers the back.
Any movement whatsoever. I mean, even lying in bed with a back hurts. I cannot possibly fathom how Orton, from this point, can now negotiate his way back into the match.
But that's Joe Tessa's issue, carrying you every week.
Oh, come on, man. There's no need for that.
Knee placed to the spine, and now Rhodes continuing to wear down Randy Orton. And as you mentioned earlier, whatever Cody's strategy was, it's out the window as he's completely changed things now in his attack on Orton.
Michael Cole taking a couple of shots now at Barrett.
Randy Orton having to use all the weight on that lower back to force his way back up, and now Cody smartly pressing against the upper back of Randy, forcing him back down, and again, all that pressure goes on the lumbar spine.
And referee Charles Robinson making sure that the arm...
Cody in complete control right now since that super
slip underneath into a choke.
That hurt Randy more than Cody really.
Continues to put the pressure on Randy, and Randy's in deep trouble. Randy could be fading here in the center of the ring.
Randy just has that competitive spirit, that never say die. He thinks he can figure something out here, even if the rest of us may doubt it.
Yeah, Orton trying to break the hold here, and finally does as he buries Cody in the corner. Now Randy Orton almost went shoulder first. Great move by Randy. And a big throws line out Rhodes. And now Randy Orton starting to build some momentum down. Here comes the Viper.
Right. Still holds back cover.
Barely being able to get the cover.
Nah, kick out by Cody.
Yeah, that was a solid 2 or 3 before Randy could even execute that cover. Just happened in every regard. But pretty much the word go in this match. Now, there are occasions when you tweak something early in a match that over time, as the body warms up, natural endorphins get released. It can numb that injury to an extent. And Randy is clearly hoping that is the case here.
Going for the Hangman DDT. Classic Randy.
The second round. The WWE
Nope.
Apex Predator was going for the
Cody.
DDT, and Cody went right back to the back. Another shot to the kidneys.
Gotta be ruthless here if you're Cody Rhodes.
Cody cutter. Uh-oh. Cover.
Rhodes cover. Put them away.
Man, kick out by Randy.
It really is that slight turn of speed for Randy Orton that is now gone completely. And that was the difference there in allowing Cody Rhodes back into the match when it looked like Randy was starting to build a little bit of momentum. Just cannot capitalize on the damage you caused to Cody if you can't move quick enough to get the next shot in.
Crowd turning on Cody. Booing him. Going for the super Cody cutter. Got it. One. Ooh, kick out by Randy.
And now Cody Rhodes beginning to maybe question himself. What do I need to do to put Randy away?
But that is the sweetest sight in the world if you're Cody Rhodes and a Viper in Anthony. And Cody deftly maneuvering to the top rope, executing yet another Cody cutter. Randy in big, big trouble.
12 Hall of Famers over the years have been king of the ring. 10 world champions have been king of the ring. The best of the best have won this tournament crown. The names of Booker T and Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H and Harley Race, among others. And Cody is up on the apron, kick right to the midsection by Oak. Randy's got it where he wants it. Great big DDT
Yep,
coming.
DDT. Got it. Starting to set up for the RKO.
Adrenaline is pumping. The Viper is ready to strike. Measuring the span.
Nope. Oh, Crossroads. Ooh, this might be a cover. Man, kick out by Brandy.
Yeah, that is a wild, wild kick out for a man with a busted back who's been beaten from pillar to post already. And Cody hits his biggest shot of them all. And it's not good enough. Now, what happens on this kick out to the mindset of Cody Rhodes, who has dominated this match?
I'll tell you what happened.
Yep.
I was just looking at Cody, looked him straight in the eyes, and he had a blank look on his face. He was like, what do I need to do? He was staring out into space trying to figure out, how do I take out Orton here?
Yeah, remember, this was once upon a time your mentor, the guy.
Oh, RKO out of nowhere. Cover. Ooh, barely kicked out. Ooh, that kicked out of nowhere as I was coughing.
Never count out the Viper. Cody just taking it at the top of the wall to talk some trash to a beaten and a really broken Viper. But that RKO out of nowhere, quick as a flash. But again, now the role reversal. How frustrating is that for Randy Orton? He got the kill shot in just when he'd been written off, and it wasn't enough.
Randy glancing back at Cody.
Punt.
Oh, you wonder what's going through the mind of the Viper now.
Come on, do it. Yes. He's going to stop himself. I know he's going to stop. Yeah. Yeah, he stopped himself. Yeah.
All the time in the world to hit this plunge.
Yeah.
Against a turn.
Took too long.
What
Uh-oh.
himself up to do it.
Nope, took too long.
Now take down on Randy Orton.
Oh, figure four.
Figure four. Figure four. Sit on the ring. Locked in. Orton's in trouble. Well, Orton just gave a massive kick to Cody Rhodes. Cody's embraced it and thrown it back in the Viper's face. Cody's got the figure four locked in. Randy Orton, center of the ring. Nowhere
I don't think Randy will tap out here.
Continues the pressure. Only one way to go from here. It is quite simply tap out. Randy has a massive frame, but he is so far from any rope. Unless Randy can turn over onto his belly and reverse the pressure onto Cody Rhodes, which is what Orton's trying to do here. And he's able to do that, and now it's Cody Rhodes who's in trouble. Randy Orton now has the upper hand, and Cody has to roll to the ropes and
Both of them get to the ropes.
It's a hell of a long time in that figure four leg lock. And if Randy wasn't already in a bad way, things are looking messy now for the Viper.
Yeah, Randy went for that punt
To the legs now.
after he stalled. He had doubts about it and got shot by figure four.
Cody moved out the way and it still came on. Now, Rhodes might hit stun Randy.
Trading back and forth.
It's extremely humid and warm inside this arena. And will it affect these athletes tonight? It's affecting me.
Headbutt by Randy. Answered by Cody.
It's destroying the insurance of both men.
Uh-oh.
Ready, fight now. Cody goes to the midsection with another kick now.
Going for another Cody cutter.
The second round.
Ooh, got caught by an RKO. Cover. And Cody kicks out. Oh.
Oh, God, taking flight. Again, out of nowhere.
That could have been the finish there.
Connecting flush to Cody Rhodes. And it really speaks volumes to the caliber of these two competitors that they are taking the best shots each has to offer and still somehow taking. Again, the king of the ring on the line, but also an opportunity of the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam. That's really why the caliber of competitors in the tournament this
his lower
year
back's still
is
hurting.
so high. The crowd is great. Everyone wants it, but trust me, that opportunity at SummerSlam is as big as winning a Royal Rumble now. Randy now with a steel chair in disqualification will hand this thing to Cody Rhodes, so I'm not quite sure what Randy's thinking here. He's not thinking straight. That's the issue. The red mist has now descended for Randy.
He's going to go for a low blow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Taking out the buckle.
Doing the top turn, the referee's back turn. That was entirely a ruse. It was a decoy by Randy. Yeah,
Shades of old.
Has exposed the top turnbuckle. Up and up to the official Charles Robinson. Cody Rhodes, though. Now it's Randy. Anyway, the RKO.
Oh, in the ribs. Oh, crossroads. One. Wait, Cody won with that? All right. Did not think that was a finish, but okay.
What an incredible victory
tonight wards himself an opportunity at the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam. What a fight tonight.
I'll tell you right now, Cole, I've known Cody Rhodes a long time. That was a very different version of Cody we saw in there tonight. All bets were off. Cody turned up the violence down, and it wasn't like the Viper at times who showed some restraint. Not so much for Cody. This is early
The
on
superplex.
for that signature superplex and paying the price, tweaking that lower back. And Cody Rhodes exploited it, but Randy Orton is ready and dangerous to strike with his RKO out of nowhere. Cody good for it.
And then Randy Orton, after
The finish of the match was a little.
clearly a ruse to allow Randy Orton to expose
I don't know.
the turnbuckle, but it would backfire on the Viper.
And fell on his own sword, just straight to the pin that left those ribs.
I mean, I get it,
The
but
Viper and Crossroads number 2 connecting. And we have ourselves a 2025 king of the ring.
Here is your winner, the new king of the ring, the American Nightmare,
Randy did not look happy at all.
General Manager
Or
clears
too much,
Raw
anyways.
and all its SmackDown, congratulating the new king of the ring. Let's go up to our own Byron Saxton for an interview. Cody Rhodes.
Cody, first off, congratulations. How does it feel to know that you now have a chance to finally reclaim the undisputed WWE title at SummerSlam?
Byron, first of all,
Randy's still in the background, hasn't
I
he?
have to thank Randy Orton, the legend killer.
He has a little bit of a crazy
Nothing but
look.
respect from the guy who mentored me, the guy who spoke up for me. He's a future Hall of Famer. And this isn't his last stop here in Saudi Arabia. One more time
Randy.
for Randy Orton.
Randy looking like he might come back in. Nope.
I am well aware. I hear each and every one of you. This is an arduous path. First, Jey Uso, the most beloved character in all of WWE. Then, the modern locker room leader, the man, Randy Orton. And at SummerSlam, that means I'm facing either CM Punk or John Cena. And I completely get how you feel as an audience when I go up against these beloved characters, but I want you to hear it from me. I was born to do this, whether it be CM Punk or John Cena. They are holding on to that belt for themselves, and they are holding on to it for me, because at SummerSlam, I get the ball back.
All right.
The king of the ring.
Second year in a row, Randy falls short of winning King of the Ring. It looks like slowly Randy is becoming a gatekeeper for the superstars of tomorrow. All right. We're going to take a quick break. Do not go anywhere.
The presidents are trying to kill us!
Wait, what?
Yeah, time for President's Day weekend.
Welcome everybody to my Uncle Frank's old hunting cabin.
Strange things lurk in the woods.
Who's out there?
There is a bunch of them, ready to slit our throats.
I saw them. Lincoln, Washington, they're all like dead.
the leaders of the free world, have returned for a lethal lesson in American history.
Who the hell are you?
I'm James K. Polk.
Who? Why did you summon John Wilkes Booth?
Let's bring a leg.
Whoa. How could he not know who I was? He was writing an essay on me. I'm fighting back.
Maybe you should rethink fighting back.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
I mean, you are the movie buff.
Worst President's Day ever.
Booth, you dick! I was in the middle of something. Just like I was in the middle of that play.
Oh, please, I wasn't even in that play. How good could it be?
Welcome back to Joker's Outside Watch Along, and we're back here on Night of Champions. Let's see what match number 2. The first one, King of the Ring. Winner is Cody Rhodes. We got the street fight from Mommy versus Raquel.
Division's top enforcers, Ripley and Rodriguez, in a street fight. Up next.
They have a long history.
When I first came to the Performance Center, I felt very alone. And Raquel, she was one that I sort of just gravitated to instantly. We sort of just felt like we only had each other. We had each other's backs when no one else did. We actually got matching R&R tattoos. That's how close we are. Or we were. I guess things change. People change.
Rhea Ripley thinks she runs Monday Night Raw. Rhea is the strongest and most dominant female in all of WWE. Except for me. Rhea Chiquita, the only reason you rose to the top is because I was gone. I am not going to let Rhea run through our division.
The Queen of the Ring gets an opportunity at a championship at SummerSlam. Wait a minute! Raquel Rodriguez, where did she come from?
Like you didn't deserve the beatings that I've been giving you. Ooh, the difference between you and I is when you betrayed me, it was with malice and ego, where everything I've done to you has been deserved.
For about a year, I guess, now they've been feuding with this.
You're not gonna screw me out of Queen of the Ring and get away with it. I can drag you out here by that nose ring, or you can make it easy for yourself and get in here and take the beating you deserve, Mamona.
Be careful what you wish for, Raquel. Look at the fury in the eyes of Mommy.
Roxanne Perez from behind.
I forgot Roxanne saved Raquel.
Night of Champions.
Yeah, sounds good.
But a street fight.
Even better. And the smartest thing for you to do is walk away. But we all know you're not going to do that. So since you won't end this, I will. Raquel's not the same person that I knew back then. And you're gonna have to kill me to stop me.
I got Rhea winning unless Judgment Day
The
interferes.
following contest is a Rhea Boulevard street fight. In this match,
Rhea.
there are no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win is by pinfall or submission.
Raquel's out first. Hey, what up, Carlos?
Introducing first, from Rio Grande Valley,
You missed the first match already.
representing
Cody, you want me to spoil it for you or not?
of
Then?
the WWE Women's Tag
Raquel coming out first. All black.
Before we get into the street fight tonight, you see Raquel Rodriguez carrying both titles, the tag team titles. Her partner, Liv Morgan, will be out for a number of months after shoulder surgery.
She separated on Monday or last Monday.
Monday Night Raw and General Manager Nick Aldis and Friday Night SmackDown Wade have a big decision to make on what to do with the women's tag team titles.
Yeah, they need to make it quick because the fans are there like Raquel.
Dale.
You don't need that.
Where you guys at?
When you're trying to compete, you want to retain that championship. However, they come up with a solution, and there clearly are some options out there that I'm not necessarily going to go into right now, but that needs to be resolved ASAP.
This is the first ever street fight in the history of Night of Champions, in the history of Saudi Arabia.
Well, Mommy's up next. Huge pop by Rhea. Also wearing all black.
And her opponent from Adelaide, South Australia.
Let me know in the comments who you guys are rooting for here in this street fight. Mommy, Rhea Ripley, or Raquel Rodriguez.
Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez engaged in a last moment standing match. Wade was there.
First match of the night was the King of the Ring finals. A good match between Cody and Randy.
Since that moment, Wade, Raquel has been unable to beat Rhea Ripley in a one-on-one match. Go back to tonight.
I'm glad you brought that up. But sometimes what happens when superstars move from NXT to the main roster with Raw SmackDown, they hit the ground running, they take to it like a duck to water, and Rhea Ripley did that. Other times, some superstars come up and they walk around on eggshells for a little while. They can't get comfortable in the locker room. They don't show their best side. That in large part because
Where are you guys camping at, Carlos?
Raquel needs to fill those shoes in the Judgment Day, and she does it starting tonight.
But Raquel Rodriguez is the one that really started this latest chapter of this rivalry when she first cost Rhea Ripley an opportunity to advance to the Queen of the Ring. If you're Raquel Rodriguez, why are you trying to poach the bear, for lack of a better term?
It's making a statement. I don't care if Rhea Ripley has a championship or not. She is
Crowd heavily behind Rhea.
at the top of the roster when it comes to the women. To make a name for yourself, to prove a point, to prove that this is your era, you go for Ripley.
But Jackie Redmond on the Countdown Show had a very interesting point she made about Ripley. It's been a rough patch over the past couple of months for Rhea. Jackie believes, and so do I, this is really a must-win for Rhea here tonight.
Must win for both women. Clearly, Ripley needs to get rid of the Judgment Day, who have been haunting her career for months now and simply will not go away. Victory tonight by finally in the gym.
This is a street fight. You win via pinfall or submission. However, there are no disqualifications or no countouts. We are sold out tonight at Kingdom Arena for a night of champions, and Raquel and Rhea Ripley with a collar and elbow tie-up to start things off.
Now, Rhea Ripley, Joel, is a bully in the ring. I'm not talking about the personality, but she bullies opponents. That can't happen tonight. Raquel is simply bigger and stronger than Ripley. Ripley here is the underdog.
And there's an example of Raquel tossing Rhea against the ring, stopping Rhea from getting the boot up. And early on, Raquel Rodriguez
going for a fall away so soon.
Dominate Ripley.
Nope.
Ripley, though, lands on her feet, kicked by Rhea. Stop on the boot. Face first off the knee. And Ripley now. Raquel still on her feet.
Just ate that clothesline that drops literally the entire roster.
Raquel eating those lariats.
Did you hear that?
Oh my God, that was superb. It was the weaker hand too.
Wait, did you hear it?
Follow away slam from Raquel. Nice.
Slam.
Cole took the big swing with the right and missed, following it with a weaker left and still.
Another fall away.
Quickly out of the boots.
And another fall away slam. That thud on that chop could be heard echoing throughout the Kingdom Arena. Ripley fighting back with a boot to the face.
Yeah, you're in a dogfight now, Ripley. Swing with everything you got.
Ooh, misses with the missile drop kick.
Moved out of harm's way, and that's a perfect example of these two women knowing each other so well.
And it's a perfect example for me of Rhea Ripley getting thrown up again this early because she simply cannot bully her opponent.
And Raquel Rodriguez is doing the bullying right now, burying her shoulder into the midsection of Ripley, and an elbow caught her in the temple. And Raquel Rodriguez right now is woman handling Rhea Ripley in the corner.
Oh, the power is
big elbows from Raquel.
From Raquel that has been so good. She looks like a blur in there. You have that much strength and that much maneuverability. You're almost unbeatable. This is really, really.
Ooh, big shot from Atacana.
NXT Women's Champion 5 times in her career. Raquel Rodriguez has been a tag team champion and 2 times an NXT tag team champion. She's had a couple of street fights in her career as well. Rhea Ripley, Wade, has never been involved in a street fight here in WWE.
Things are changing before our eyes, and Rhea Ripley's
wrapped up in a rope.
Tied up, defenseless, with a powerhouse beating the hell out of you.
And again, the official can do nothing here because there are no disqualifications.
Ooh, big chop.
Tee off what she is with Rhea trapped in the ropes.
From Raquel, Jesus. Ooh, strike to the midsection.
Physical and
Too
mental
money.
destruction of the Eradicator.
Rhea trying to fight out of the ropes as Raquel Rodriguez grabs a steel chair and a kendo stick. And if you notice, not sure if you can see, Rhea Ripley almost with a look of panic on her face, Wade, as she realizes
for something that she might not be.
She's gonna take some candlesticks to the midsection
against this woman.
Ooh. No defense. Another one.
Punishing Ripley.
I'll just remind the referee there's nothing you can do here.
Ooh, a third one.
Oh, God. Well, you were sat here alongside me last night at SmackDown. Tiffany Stratton and Nia Jax completely obliterated the ringside area. I've got a feeling Raquel's going to do.
Ooh, kick.
Man, just saved herself there, Wade.
The chair to Raquel's face.
The chair off the face of Raquel. And now Rhea trying to, and she finally does, and speaks to the ropes.
Tie up the arms, the feet are still swinging.
Ooh.
The head of Raquel on the bottom rope on the way through. I get some whiplash injuries there.
Rhea's hurt, though. You can see the expression on her face.
Uh-oh.
Maybe the midsection.
Ooh, through the steel steps.
Rodriguez barely even able to protect herself as
she went face first.
into those steps.
And wait, this is important for Rhea because it allows her to buy a little bit of time to recuperate, regroup here.
Yeah, I don't think you can recuperate physically.
The announce table.
Ripley is cooking up something.
What is she doing?
Dragging the hood off the Arabic announce table. And now clearing off the announce table.
Raquel's forehead looks very red.
Rodriguez bouncing Raquel face first.
Quickly, things have turned around in this one. One window of opportunity. That is all Ripley needed.
What is Rhea gonna do? Suplex? Is that hood? Nope. Raquel sits on it.
Ripley just not strong enough to manhandle Raquel.
Oh.
Both women moving gingerly now. Rhea's enduring a ton of punishment here. Rhea now, front of the announce table, going to launch herself.
Raquel caught her.
Catching Rhea Ripley in midair and now.
Gonna throw her to that setup. Oh. She goes through that.
Rhea Ripley driven into the timekeeper's area.
That hood part that they put on the announce table that Rio set up.
Street fight rules.
Well, let's take another look at this. This sickening crack. It wasn't a gun, it was a crack. I just hope it wasn't the shot of Rhea Ripley. Raquel in agony too, but clearly has dominated the majority of this match.
Raquel looking for more
I'm gonna wonder what
weapons.
Raquel's looking for. Table time now. Rhea hasn't moved. And Raquel sending the table into the ring.
What an authoritative performance thus far from Raquel, who is cooking up more weapons of torture inside that ring and apparently has all the time in the world to do it because Ripley has found the move.
Now trying to drag herself out of this predicament. Raquel back outside the ring.
Ooh, slamming her head against the announce table.
Ripley bouncing her off, not just the announce table,
And the
but
ring.
the apron.
Genuinely never seen Rhea Ripley treated like this. I've seen a ton of Ripley matches over the past 5 years, up close and personal.
Look at Raquel now. Look at the power. Lifting up those steel steps. Raquel is dangerous as she's ever been. May look better than she ever has. That's Raquel. Went to bounce Rhea up the steps. Rhea though. Able to bounce Raquel face first.
Rhea, reverse that.
Just like that.
Take that off her belt.
Might be about to get a whipping in trouble.
Shades of Ray and Dom. Ooh, with those metal studs. Ooh, on her ass.
Making contact with the hide of Raquel.
Raquel trying somehow to get away.
Beating her.
Raquel Rodriguez. Raquel just trying to cover up, but there's nowhere to go.
Beat the shit out of Raquel with that belt. Razor's Edge. Ooh, folds of Raquel. And a knee for good measure. Cover. One. And kick out by Raquel.
Now, both of these women are really showing us something here tonight. Of course, we already knew this about Rhea Ripley, but it has been a coming out party for Raquel Rodriguez.
And folds up. Yeah.
To the jaw of Raquel. Raquel is simply equal to it.
Uh-oh.
And now a prison trap.
Yeah, the prison trap, which is the submission maneuver Rhea's not tapped out many in her career. Raquel in trouble center of the
Raquel locked up.
Back locked in. That's the biggest weapon of them all in this kind of match. Specialist maneuver executed to perfection.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Roxanne interferes in a street fight.
We saw Roxanne and Raquel put Rhea through a table Monday night on Raw.
Uh-oh. Run, Roxanne.
And a Rhea Bulldog street fight.
And now Rhea Ripley has had enough of Roxanne.
Ooh, low drop kick.
Three into the pool. And now the feisty Roxanne.
Tornado. Nope. Nope.
Uh-oh. Rhea looking to power out. Roxanne realizes she's in trouble. Her face says it all.
Suplex. Ooh. Suplex on Roxanne on the outside.
Maybe it hasn't backfired, Wade, because Rhea's got her attention.
Rhea with the trash can.
They allow Raquel Rodriguez to regather herself.
Suddenly backfired on Roxanne, and this is not
Uh-oh. Ooh, mini strike to Roxanne on the outside.
Some people would say that Roxanne Perez
unnecessary call.
Oh, snake eyes on that steel
like
post.
I said, that allowed Raquel opportunity
To Rhea.
to regroup.
Yet again, a selfless act from Roxanne Perez.
Ooh.
Oh, no, Rhea may be out.
Just missile right into it.
Oof.
And there's that corkscrew splash off the second
Cover.
rope. Raquel looking for the victory.
Nail kick out by Mommy.
Rhea at 2.
Rhea has taken so much punishment in this one. And all got into a steel ring post. Face first into those screw beta bomb connecting. Rhea never goes down without a fight, however. But the end is surely nigh here.
Yeah, Raquel dragging Rhea back to her feet.
Tehana bomb to the table.
Maybe through the table. Rhea Ripley
Ooh.
though.
Nice spin,
Off the Rana.
but not enough.
Raquel that prevented
Ooh, big boot. Big boot to Mommy.
Immediately crushing big boot.
Raquel was about to deliver a Tehana bomb through the table, but Rhea able to counter at least momentarily.
I can say that 1 point Raquel has been tonight. Just a step ahead.
Yeah, very, very impressive. One of the best showings by Raquel in a long time here tonight, as she has really dominated
What is she
Rhea
gonna do?
Ripley at many points in this match.
Is that it? She's gonna try an avalanche to Anabon?
With Raquel over the past 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, I don't know what she's planning here. Raquel
Oh, eats the edge of the table.
off the table. Rhea Ripley catches her with a kick.
Edge of that table too. Point of the jaw. Might have loosened a few teeth there on Raquel. But she's thinking about.
Uh-oh. Mommy going to the top where they set up the table, top rope. This reminds me of Kurt Angle versus Shane in that street fight where Shane was completely destroyed and took that angle slam from a similar position here. Jesus, what are you doing here?
Has Raquel
Riptide?
I'm not sure if the table's going to hold these two. Rhea setting up Raquel. You're going to be kidding me.
Riptide, avalanche Riptide.
Down on top of the table.
Oh, shit. Rough landing cover. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. As Mommy wins with avalanche Riptide.
All I can say is wow. Just wow. What a street fight here tonight.
Such a grisly affair from 2 of the most militant women we have ever had in WWE. I'll take nothing away.
Pretty good street fight. Nothing too crazy. Except that avalanche riptide from that table laid out on that top rope.
The turning point was Raquel Rodriguez going face first into the tank. She upset up weight.
And fallen on her own soul to an extent, but how resourceful is Rhea Ripley? I'll use it to my benefit with a massive, as you called it. Hey,
wow. Rhea Ripley, who made it abundantly clear that she wants, as she said on the Countdown show, her baby back. Women's world titles.
Good match here between them in a street fight.
Tomorrow on WWE LFG.
We'll be back. We'll not go anywhere.
They're trying to kill us!
Wait, what?
Yeah, time for President's Day weekend.
Welcome everybody to my Uncle Frank's old hunting cabin.
Strange things lurk in the woods.
Who's out there?
There is a bunch of them ready to slit our throats.
I saw them. Lincoln, Washington, they're all dead.
The leaders of the free world have returned for a lethal lesson in American history.
Who the hell are you? I'm James K. Polk.
Who?
Why did you summon John Wilkes Booth?
Let's bring a leg.
Whoa. How could he not know who I was? He was writing an essay on me.
I'm fighting back.
Maybe you should rethink fighting back.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
I mean, you are the movie buff.
Worst President's Day ever.
Booth, you dick! I was in the middle of something. Just like I was in the middle of that play.
Oh, please, I wasn't even in that play. How good could it be?
Welcome back to Joker's Worldside Watch Along, and we're back here at Night of Champions with Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross going up next. Karrion Kross, before WrestleMania, there's been a lot of movement towards him, and they just showed the new U.S. champion, Gilia. She defeated Selena Vega last night on SmackDown. Let me know in the comments who you guys are rooting for. Karrion Kross or Sami Zayn.
know, after months and months of taunting Sami Zayn, Karrion Kross finally got what he wanted. He put Sami over the edge this Monday on Raw.
I hope Karrion Kross gets a victory here.
It's the way you
But I
want,
think
the
Sam
way you
was
want to
saying
be.
we'll take a win
Sam,
here.
You're never going to be world champion.
I talked to Adam Pearce. Our match is official. TikTok.
Clearly, it's what
Suckered it in.
Perhaps the mask has slipped on Sami Zayn. You might not like the words of the devil.
There's a big pop there for Karrion.
That's true. Perhaps they hurt even more, Sami. And the hatred you have inside your heart was apparent for all to see this past week at Raw.
I think Karrion Kross.
Let's see if this match can deliver. Hopefully,
You know what?
it puts some spotlight on Kross here. The crowd goes nuts for Sami.
Making his way to the ring from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds.
A lot of support for Sami, of course. He's wearing their traditional head cover. Loud, let's go.
Karrion Kross says that his main targets in WWE are liars because he hates dishonesty and misdirection. He claims that Sami Zayn is one of those liars.
Well, it says Sami Zayn weaponizes simplism, which I thought was very interesting on that entrance. Look, Sami Zayn wearing the traditional head wrestling, okay? To get the people on his side. Why does he do that? Because it helps advance his own career. This is the lies. This is the misdirection that Karrion Kross has been trying to put out in regards to Sami Zayn.
And he's not trying to curry favor with anyone. He's celebrating his heritage, but nonetheless, it's Sami Zayn.
I'm from England. I never walked down the island of bowler hat when we were in London.
You would have if they let you. And bell rings, we're underway. Sami Kross, one-on-one here tonight. There's this
Kross with a huge smile across his face.
Karrion Kross over the past couple of months, but for some reason, there's many WWE fans that are back in this cycle. Social media has been very vocal about it. However, now you got to prove yourself with Karrion Kross against Sami Zayn.
Scott Cassidy in that first one, more than a sideshow. That's my opinion. Okay. But apparently, the reason
Chanting Sami Zayn.
Karrion Kross is because certain people, and large numbers of them, actually listen to the message and agree with what he's saying.
Yeah, guys like the
As Kross puts his chin out there to Sami, saying, "Hit me." Kross baiting Sami to go back to his heel ways. As Kross believes Sami's a liar. playing this good guy here. Pulling the hair of Sammy in the corner.
Listening to the message of a psycho is a good way to live your life, but I guess some people do that. Yeah, respect it. He's just the pace you expected this match to start at. Historically, this guy dominates it. SmackDown. But he's always been a guy able to break people mentally and break them physically. And here's doing just that to Sami Zayn, the viciousness of Cross.
Stomping out Sammy.
Official Deputy LaShawn backing Cross up. You see Scarlett barking at Sami Zayn.
Drops from Sammy here.
It's such a scrappy underdog fighter. Unrivaled spirit in that ring. Now, Sammy's been on this, what some may say is an obsessive fight. And trying to win his first ever world championship in WWE.
I'll go Cross. Sammy gonna fly.
Zayn does not believe that. Well, history will tell you Sammy hasn't been good enough to win it thus far. I think Cross's point is you need to bring out the hatred in your heart if you want to get to the top of the fight. The cunning, seductive, manipulative Scarlett offering some words of wisdom in the ear of Karrion Kross. Modern day Mickey and Mallory. Oh, words of wisdom there.
Big forearm. Stomping the head.
And that is back on top. And forearm dropping Zayn. And now Kross starts to take over.
Crowd chanting for Scarlett too. Moonsault. Ooh, nice moonsault there onto Cross.
Sammy's fired up. Great nimble ability from Sami Zayn. Rooster, you could never write this guy off, and that is frustrating. Frustrating to the powerhouse. Like Karrion Kross in. Kross now with a
Ooh, nice suplex. Lands high on his head.
Zayn across the ring with a great throw. Saito suplex there from Kross, an absolute specialist with that move. And the Doomsday Saito, he calls it, as he continues the attack on Zayn. Take another look. Great maneuver. He won an NXT championship win once upon a time. And now perhaps getting back to that kind of form here at Night of Champions.
Ooh, big forearm from
Forearm to Sammy, but there again, it's just the resilience of Zayn.
Nice back elbow from Cross. Cross taking his time. Dissecting Sammy.
Cross
cover. No, only a one.
Kick at one. Just in this plotting style by Karrion Kross to wear his opponent down. Fights at the lives inside the head of Karrion Kross. Draw out the pain. Draw out the torture. But wait, you got to wonder if Kross actually believes in all this doomsday rhetoric, or does he just like playing mind games with his opponent? In the end, regardless of which one is true, it's highly effective. And Sami Zayn hasn't been his normal self from the word go tonight. Sammy with a couple of elbows. What's Sammy going to do here with Kross down to one knee? Oh, right to the back, a blow by Kross. And Sammy in a dangerous position here for Zayn. That's the point for Karrion Kross. You call it a quad, Sammy. You liar. Bloody style.
Oh, and Sammy a liar.
He needs to move quickly. When he needs to close down that space like he did there, he absolutely
cover.
The cover.
Only a one.
They did not mean plotting in a negative way. An opportunity to slow the pace down and to beat the hell out of his opponent, which he's doing now to Sami Zayn. Well, that surprises me because you've been nothing but negative about Karrion Kross since he moved out here this evening.
Big rights.
Fly short of a happy meal. I mean, what do you expect? Well, Scarlett doesn't agree. Thousands and thousands of people around the world don't agree. And I'm pretty sure right now Sami Zayn might be adjusting his way of thinking before our eyes.
You realize there's been a lot of cycles over the years that have had millions of people following him, right? Doesn't make him right.
Michael Cole is correct.
That's in the straight right. Oh, it's Sami fighting back. Here comes Sami.
Ooh, fighting from underneath. Sami Zayn always does.
So good was Cross covering up and walking.
And Cross cuts him off again.
Sami leapfrog.
Ooh, takes down Cross with that lariat. Big pop from the crowd from that clothesline.
Perhaps that rage now boiling up inside Sami Zayn. And to be fair, he looks better for it. Which is Cross's point.
Sami up top.
Sami now measuring his man.
Nice double axe.
The head of Karrion Kross.
Game really has changed before our eyes. Something is broken inside Sami Zayn. It's now in the ascendancy, and defenseless is Karrion Kross.
And Karrion again quickly back to his feet. Sami though, leapfrog rolls through. Caught by Kross. Kross has got Sami in the
Ooh, Death Valley driver.
Goes Sami Zayn.
Cover. One. Nah, Sami kicks out.
Once again, of Karrion Kross on display, technique and everything with that leaping Death Valley driver. Not quite enough to put Sami away, but Sami is looking like a broken man now.
Yeah, Kross could be closing in on an important victory here. Heard him screaming earlier and saying, "You're a liar. You're nothing but a liar."
Sleeper. Oh.
And now we're going to put
Kross.
Sami Zayn away.
Rolls him through.
Cross jacket. Sami Zayn go for it though.
Blue Thunder. No.
Went for the Blue Thunder bomb, countered by Kross.
Kross. Oh, another suplex.
Back of his head.
High angle.
Go to that doomsday so wiping the brain of Sami Zayn. And I think I know what's coming next, Cole.
Could be Crosshammer time.
Yeah.
Paying homage to my broadcast partner.
This lands with a sickening thud.
And Sami Zayn down.
Nope. Ducks and Blue Thunder bomb by Sami. Cover. 1, 2. Nah, kick out by Kross.
Randy Orton in the King of the Ring semifinals almost beat Kross here tonight. But another look at the Doomsday Saito that Kross uses so effectively. Really is showing the move.
Really high on the head.
So sickening on the
And
back
shoulder.
of the neck. And just when the killer blow was about to hit, Sami Zayn pulls it out of nowhere. Celebrating a smidge too soon because this Karrion Kross is double tough.
Sami looking to set up.
Sami trying to psych himself out, get back into this matchup off that Blue Thunder bomb.
Really is tapping into the energy of this Riyadh audience. This is their man. They believe in Sami Zayn now.
Karrion Kross just Sami Zayn.
Kross in trouble here. Another Saito. No, German suplex.
Released by Karrion Kross, and it's almost like he suckered Zayn in.
Yes, he did. Mind games once again. Burn out your energy.
Going for another one.
Play.
Yep.
When you think you're
Second German.
It's German suplex o'clock.
Karrion Kross, well versed in all aspects of the grappling game. In fact, he's a brown belt. Comes to judo.
Snap baseball bats with his bare arms. Videos online of it if you don't believe me. Multiple in one go.
Sami Zayn.
Nope.
From behind, Karrion.
Uh-oh. Exploder in the corner.
Exploder.
Got him.
I don't think quite all of it, but maybe enough. As Kross landed on the back of his head.
Sami looking for the kick. Nope. And nope, got caught by a sleeper.
And that is firmly locked in now. Sammy desperately reaching for those ropes.
Sammy had an opportunity. Cross intercepted it. Cross check it in. Carrying Cross are going to tap out.
Sammy's fading.
Trying up the oxygen supply. Trying up the
Oh.
to the point and now the hooks are in.
Cross lays back.
Wrapping the legs around the body of Sami Zayn, and Sammy starting to fade. Nowhere to go. Cross has got him hooked good.
Lips are turning blue.
Cross with a smile.
Lights are fading. A matter of time now.
Sami Zayn may be out.
Oh God, his face is going purple.
The official definitely LaShawn right there. Seeing if
Check
Sammy
him.
taps
Gone. I think he's gone.
Yeah, he may be out here.
Yep.
It's out.
Why are we doing this 3 thing here? This is one I hate.
If it goes down this time, it's over, ladies and gentlemen.
Not my favorite part of it.
Oh, a quick burst of light to the mind of Sami Zayn, but what can you do with it, Sammy?
Yeah, but he's going to drag this 280-pound frame of carrying Cross to the bottom rope. Sammy about a hand's length away, fingertips away now, trying to get to the bottom rope. Cross wisely shifts his weight.
Oh, that was so good from carrying Cross, but is it enough? And Sammy's fading again.
He's fading again, and he's only a fingertip away from the bottom rope.
I told you. I told you.
Pretty clean break from Cross, considering.
Sammy to take. And Sammy looks like a beaten man. What's wrong with you? You don't understand.
Big old clothesline from Cross in the corner. Slapping him. Oof.
Schmidt now. Sami Zayn.
Say, told the truth.
Oh, Halula kick here. Ooh, to Cross.
Sami Zayn drops Cross.
Cover. 3. Yeah. Sammy with the victory. Cross looked great in it.
Here's your winner, Sammy. He had no interest in admitting that he was a liar. He was very truthful when he said earlier today he was going to beat Karrion Kross. They might have champion.
Well, Karrion Kross just stole the feet from the jaws of victory. He had his mouthpiece, but one talk too many. Energize whatever spirit is inside Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn with that flash Haluma kick gets the job done.
Yeah.
Sandy got caught in the cross kick
A few times.
Karrion Kross here. We thought it was over.
Oh man, this felt like an eternity.
It was an okay match here.
Wasn't the end for Sami Zayn. It was all but over.
I hate those
Sami Zayn.
the hands going up and down 3 times before you call it. I like the way they've been doing it with Gunther once.
They didn't look. The truth. I game over, but one talk too many. Right to the temple, Haluma kick from Sami Zayn. Grab slipped up here in Riyadh.
I wonder what would be next for Cross. This is a good showing for him, but
What a victory!
obviously with his people he was going to get the victory.
Playing Karrion Kross.
We're going to take a quick break. Do not go anywhere.
The presidents are trying to kill us!
Wait, what?
Yeah, time for President's Day weekend.
Welcome everybody to my Uncle Frank's old hunting cabin.
Strange things lurk in the woods.
Who's out there?
There is a bunch of them ready to slit our throats.
I saw them. Lincoln, Washington, they're all dead.
The leaders of the free world have returned for a lethal lesson in American history.
Who the hell are you?
I'm James K. Polk.
Who?
Why did you summon John Wilkes Booth?
It's been a leg.
Whoa.
How could he not know who I was? He was writing an essay on me.
I'm fighting back.
Maybe you should rethink fighting back.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
I mean, you are the movie buff.
Worst President's Day ever.
Booth, you dick! I was in the middle of something. Just like I was in the middle of that play.
Oh, please, I wasn't even in that play. How good could it be?
Of WrestleMania. The Royal coming right here.
Just realized my mic was off.
Saudi Arabia.
Back here on Joker's Watch Time. Watch along with Night of Champions.
Champions, the capital city of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, the largest city of the entire Arabian Peninsula. Well, they say that blood is thicker than water.
All right, so it is a U.S. championship, as I thought.
Is the latest member of the Levi's tribe.
Fatu putting the title on the line against Solo Sikoa.
His dirty tricks come out victorious.
Let me know in the comments who you guys are rooting for.
The United States Championship.
I think Fatu will retain here.
At WrestleMania, everyone saw what I already knew. Jacob Fatu, he's the future. But let me remind you something. Nobody wanted Jacob except me. He was trouble. Thought he was too much of a risk. But you know who changed that? Me. I'm the reason that Jacob's champion.
Jacob Fatu in his first event at Backlash.
Solo Sikoa, maybe saving his championship. JC Mateo.
Remember the deal Solo Sikoa has struck here. Fatu apparently had no clue.
Need y'all help at Backlash. I don't trust you. I don't know you. He ain't my blood, and he damn sure ain't my baby.
You really trust Jacob after what he did tonight, man?
Just say my man, he worried too much. He is literally all gas.
No brains.
Ain't no brains.
Fatu in the background.
I got it under control.
Solo's closing in on the briefcase.
Ain't no brains.
I hate you, Solo. Attacking him in Money in the Bank was great.
If it wasn't for him, this is exactly what happens when you don't fit in.
What you did? Jacob, I feel terrible about what happened. I love you, Jacob. So you love me, huh? The way I see things is you've been using me. You brought me in because you thought I was going to bring you gold. Like, Solo, look at me when I'm speaking to you. Ever since I won this U.S. title, you're the one that been acting different. If that's what I think it is, then fight me for it.
Properly spoken words of Solo Sikoa was all they come. See, all being turned briefly. You were just lucky to stand up.
You wouldn't stepping up to Solo? That's what I should have done a long time ago. If you just get in when you fit in, then we're going to be all right, Big Jim. I'm right. You losers. I'll take you out. Solo, you better get in when you fit in. You keep talking. I'm about to fuck your ass. What a your ass champion kill.
Yarramin. There should be a lot of interference in this match. At least I'm thinking. Solo out first. Looks like he's alone.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for JoJerz. Introducing first from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Solo hasn't lost in Riyadh yet. Has not hold a major singles title in the main roster. And I don't think it's going to change here.
The man is ferocious, dangerous, hungry.
JC Mattel's not there. He's probably going to come later in the match and interfere.
Jealous over the fact that Jacob Fatu won a single championship before he did at this level. Solo Sikoa, a former NXT North American champion, but he's never held the singles title on either Raw or SmackDown. Jacob Fatu did that before Solo, and I think Solo is bitter and upset about that.
But I'm not going to castigate any competitor who's jealous of another competitor holding a issue here at all. The issue is a family member, Jacob Fatu, who was brought to this company by one man when nobody else would touch him, has thrown it all back in that man's face, and that man is Solo Sikoa.
Fatu. Oh. I need to get his shirt buckled. Tribal Wolf, yes. So dope.
And his opponent,
Yeah, that I mean.
from California, weighing in at 291 pounds, he is the United States champion, the son. Wait, no one's denying the fact that Solo Sikoa gave Jacob Fatu the opportunity to come to WWE. Gave him riches and fame and fortune. What I think people are concerned about is the way that Solo Sikoa treated Jacob Fatu once he got here. The things he said behind his back. It's almost like he's looking at Fatu as a worker for him, as opposed to an equal or a counterpart that would help out the family. That's where the issue is, and that's where it lies with Fatu.
Well, Solo Sikoa knows Jacob Fatu a hell of a lot better than you do. And here's the issue. All gas, no brains was the insult that really set Fatu over the edge. I will argue that Jacob Fatu is a weapon, a major weapon, but weapons have to be pointing in the right direction. Solo did that for Fatu. Now Fatu's on his own. I think it's going to all come unglued.
For the prestigious United States Championship, held by over a dozen Hall of Famers in the
Poor
history
referees.
of
He
the
looks
WWE.
scared looking at both
Jacob Fatu
and Solo.
down one of them in front of a sold-out crowd at Kingdom Arena in Saudi Arabia.
That's funny. Ooh, starting off immediately.
Fatu with the right hand, and we're underway. The bell rings.
Ooh, into the post.
Savage Cyrus Sikoa has been brought up by this family betrayal from Jacob Fatu.
Well, I would say the betrayal actually came from Solo, but each is on as Solo continues to pound away on Fatu.
Starting off fast. Ooh, Fatu. Ooh, crushing Solo.
Corner by Fatu. Celebrate a little too much. You cannot do that against the man who bounces back as quickly as Jacob Fatu. Amazing powers of regeneration.
Well, Fatu is so dangerous, incredible, athlete, unhinged as well. You never know what he's going to do and when he's going to do it for the United States champion.
Has that intangible quality that terrifies and captivates in equal measures.
Fatu in the United States Championship with a victory over LA Knight at WrestleMania.
Ooh, big boot.
Solo
Fatu eats it
the face.
and strikes him back.
What a was from Solo Sikoa.
Pointing up.
In 30 seconds of this one, but shut down just like that by this barbarian.
Fatu, nope, Solo rolls out.
Rolling out of harm's way.
That's the key word. Solo Sikoa is a smart man. Although
Taking down Solo.
perhaps there are no smarts in the world that can protect you from this man.
Chirping with the ref.
Like I said, one of the most unpredictable individuals in WWE today. Sikoa with that flying clothesline off the steps.
Fatu with the clothesline, but he has all the physical hits any superstar could ever wish for.
And there's the
Santa
by Jacob Fatu.
Going for another one? Yep.
Jacob.
Going for the moonsault already? Snap, Solo rolled out.
Again, rolls out of harm's way.
Sikoa, the street fighting champ of the island, ain't gonna get soft that quickly.
Ooh, got caught midair.
And Sikoa caught him with a right.
Big street fighter punch, time to perfection.
Uranagi on the apron.
Half spinning Solo out of
Going for another one on the floor.
Uranagi outside the ring to the floor.
Us in the eyes of Solo Sikoa. In part because he wants to punish Jacob Fatu. In part because it's
Fatu
the only
rolled
way of
partially under the ring.
And again, remember, count out does not help Sikoa. Fatu has the champion's advantage. Sikoa must pin or submit Jacob Fatu.
Sikoa biding his time, though he knows full well Jacob Fatu ain't gonna get counted out, buddies.
You should have stayed. You should have listened to me. You hear me?
Solo punishes Jacob Fatu for turning his back on the family. Despite the mistreatment by Solo.
Well, that is the issue, isn't it? Did Solo Sikoa outlive his purpose? For Fatu, you brought me in, you guided me to championships. I don't need you anymore. I'm a big star on my own right, Solo.
That's a unique take.
It's correct, though.
Blocked by Jacob, and now Fatu right back. Couple of well-placed rights by Jacob Fatu, driving Solo Sikoa back across the ring.
Oh, it's the post.
Yeah, and the smarts of Solo Sikoa give him the advantage. The advantage that formerly was gifted from Solo to Fatu.
Listen, nobody's questioned the smarts of Solo Sikoa. I mean, here's the man who really took
looking
over
for
Roman Reigns.
hip
right?
attack.
Now he's got this JC Mateos in his
Solo.
Jacob
Ooh, splash.
It up into the face of Jacob Fatu.
Here's the truth of this world, Michael Cole. Some people are generals, some people are soldiers. Jacob Fatu, they think he outgrew that soldier uniform. About to get taught a valuable lesson from the general.
Sam, listen to me, Jacob Fatu. Listen.
Solo Sikoa should be missed up.
Choking out Fatu.
That plan was obliterated by Jacob Fatu.
Oh, that is a true statement. And Sikoa with great strategy here, wearing the champion down as he talks.
That's right. That's it, Jacob. I love you. I'm gonna love you. That will take your ass out.
Say, Jacob.
Solo talking shit as he has his choke on there.
Two men, one man is match this evening in the form of his own flesh and blood.
Excuse me. Yep. Fatu fight. Trying to. Ooh, taken down by Solo with the forearm.
What's now? Who was treated like this? Nobody.
Come on with it, Fatu yells.
Jacob firing back. Block the right. Here comes Jacob Fatu now, trying to fight back into this match. Solo.
Oh, duck, German. Ooh, flips Fatu all the way over. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Fatu didn't feel shit. Oh. German, Solo eating it. Oof.
Jacob Fatu. I don't understand how this man's on his feet.
Oof.
On his head.
That was part luck, part brilliance from Jacob Fatu.
Elevated DDT.
And it by Jacob Fatu, and now.
Yeah, going up.
Things change quickly.
Fatu, Swanton.
On by Jacob to retain the championship.
Man, kick out by Solo. I think this is one of the first covers this match.
I'm gonna see this thing again. Suplex attacking your see. Full rotation, take it on the back. But straight back up. Take it down somewhere in the process.
And then the spot time by Jacob. And that was a great call, Wade. He didn't completely rotate, landed on his belly, allowed him to pop up. Solo thought he dropped him on his head, so did I.
That's it. On the head, on the back of the neck. That is the end of the German suplex, but with Jacob Fatu, you cannot take your eye off it for a second.
Just a uber athlete.
Headbutt from Fatu.
All gas, no brakes. Jacob's motto, not the all gas, no brains that Solo throws around.
Jacob Fatu may well be completely unbreakable. Certainly unyielding.
Here comes JC Mattel.
JC Mattel. I was wondering when he was going to.
Formerly known as Jeff Cobb. Uh-oh. Oh, one of the Tangaloa.
He's been out back since his War Games and Survivor Series.
Ooh, neck breaker. Tangaloa returning, attacking Fatu. 1, 2. Nail, a late kick out from Fatu.
He got a major reinforcement just when he needed it.
I knew there was going to be some shenanigans, some interference here from the bloodline.
But the disbelief on the face of Solo Sikoa tells the story. Referee missed the entire thing dealing with JC Mateo. Again, a master block from Solo.
Oh, super kick to Solo.
Kick to the face, drop Solo down. JC Mateo fall on the Tangaloa.
Uh-oh. Fatu gonna fly. Ooh. Nice move by Fatu. As the crowd chants Fatu. Jesus. A lot of weight to fly like that. Jesus.
Solo's man. And now Jacob back in the ring.
Pop up. Samoan drop. Nice. JC getting involved. Nope. Super kicked out.
Jacob Fatu has JC Mateo down. The official over to Mateo.
Yep, going for the moonsault. Someone else is returning.
And there's
Ooh.
from among Salter. Solo Sikoa. Fatu in position. Into the cover.
Cover. Uh-oh. Hey, the debuting. Another Samoa. Yep.
You got everything.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
With a choke slam on our table.
Haku? Yep.
And now bring the sacrifice.
I thought it was going to be Tamatonga returning too. Jesus.
What an acquisition.
Jesus. Who else? I think Solo. Ah, fuck. Solo's going to win. Yeah. Solo wins with a shitload of interference. I'm not happy about that. Solo new U.S. champion.
The shocking return is your winner. New United States champion. Solo. The shocking return. First of a man we haven't seen since War Games. Survivor Series. Tonga Loa. Just when Jacob Fatu was going in for the kill, referee's back turn. An epic moment where Tonga Loa proving pivotal in turning this one around for Solo Sikoa. And then this. It was supposed to be over there. Fatu hit the big one. It's a 1, it's a 2, it's a second. This absolute freak steps out from under the ring. You're bigger.
Wow. Excuse me.
Who delivered the Samoan spike to win his first singles championship. The brains and strategy of Solo Sikoa wins him gold from Jacob Fatu. Everyone wrote off Solo Sikoa. Well, look at him. Look at his army. And look at his championship now. Eat your words. And look at Jacob Fatu. I can't ask it. I'm taking it off.
All right. I did not see
2024.
I did not expect him to debut. I didn't kind of expect Tangaloa to return. I also expected Tamatonga to return as well.
Saturday night's main event is back. The light, the legend, the chaos. And now, the icon returns for one final match. Goldberg. Goldberg for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. No one spared. Everyone speaks. Saturday night's main event live nationwide Saturday, July 12th at 8 on NBC and Peacock. Well, individual event, 2-event combo tickets for Saturday night's main event, which is 2 weeks from tonight. WWE's Evolution, 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Oh, excuse me.
In Atlanta, Georgia, on Saturday, July 12th, Sunday, July 13th, are on sale now. The ticket master, you have to wonder if the WWE Women's Championship is going to be up for grabs at Night of Champions. Last night, Tiffany Stratton knocked off Nia Jackson, an incredible last woman standing match to keep her title. And here at a Night of Champions, Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champion, is celebrating the gold.
Well deserved champion, obviously. The very talented
And of course, we are in
Tiffy.
Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions tonight. Of course, a whole slew of podcasts that you can sink into and listen to some of the great talk here in WWE, including the recap of Night of Champions. Night of Champions recap hosted by Sam Roberts, Megan Moran. That'll be available. Come on. Well, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Queen of the Ring
The anointed
finals.
queen. Jade Cargill looks to put an end to the surging Asuka. Well, will the Empress of Tomorrow have what it takes to win today? 2 deserving women, 1 crown. Queen of the Ring finals. Next.
All right.
The Queen's crown
All right.
hangs in the
Let me know in the comments who you guys want here.
Champions.
Jade Cargill
Queen will rule
or
over WWE.
the Empress of Tomorrow.
Her eyes are set on a marquee
Asuka.
showdown at the biggest party of the summer.
The stakes should not be fair.
Baratology is back and here to guide you through the raucous quest to the throne. In the first round, fatal 4-way matchups took place throughout Raw and SmackDown, with the winners moving to the semi-finals. It all started as the prodigy, Roxanne Perez, would steal a pinfall to advance. Way to endear yourself, Roxanne. No one was a match for the oncoming storm as Jade Cargill roared her way into the semi-finals. While former 5-time champion Alexa Bliss punched her ticket to the next round in buzzer-beater fashion. Claiming the final spot in the semi-finals would be Asuka, as the Empress of
Returned and took a big win.
With a dominant performance. Final 4 set, semi-final action would kick off on SmackDown with Alexa Bliss and Asuka.
Highly skilled former champions. Empress.
Over on Raw, the brash Roxanne Perez walked into the semi-finals with home court advantage. Let's just say things did not go the prodigy's way against Jade Cargill.
The winner of this matchup faces Asuka, the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament. Roxanne putting up a hell of a fight here tonight. Face first off with Jade. She's going to face Asuka at Night of Champions.
I'm watching in to win.
And with that, we are down to the final 2. The Storm and the Empress.
I'm still not impressed with Jade Cargill, unfortunately. She should always be a heel.
WWE career.
We talked on Raw. She has
looks to grab her first major accolade as a singles
her charisma is not.
What awaits Cargill is her most threatening opponent today.
I think Asuka's gonna win. Let me know in the comments if you agree or if you think Jade will surprise everybody.
The most feared woman in WWE by adding a Queen of the Ring tournament victory to her already stacked resume. The woman who emerges from the battle victorious will have a one-way ticket to SummerSlam to challenge for the World Championship.
Now they go one-on-one in the Queen of the Ring tournament finals.
The WWE Universe's eyes are fixated on this generational clash. Asuka, Jade Cargill. Who will become the 2025 Queen of the Ring?
I'm not happy Jade advanced, but
ladies and gentlemen, the following is the final of the Queen of the Ring tournament, in which the winner
let's go,
will
Asuka.
go on to challenge for their brand's Women's Championship at SummerSlam.
Asuka's coming out first. With her own gold entrance.
Introducing first from Osaka, Japan, the Empress of Tomorrow. Wants to become Queen. Asuka, who returned to action a couple of weeks ago after missing 13 months with a knee injury. In a recent interview, Asuka talked about the recovery process. She said it wasn't easy. There were many tough days, but the voice of the WWE fans begging her to return are what kept her going. She never stopped. She matched her intensity in the training room, to rehab, to get ready. She says she's better than ever, and this is just the beginning.
Well, she certainly has been better than ever on this run in the
That
tournament
she
so far.
does.
Blowing everyone's minds at the caliber of performances she's put in. The knee's clearly not an issue now. I do question the endurance, however, given that we're in such a hot, humid atmosphere. Even though we're inside here in Rio, I'm sweating buckets, and that may be a telling factor for a competitor who has barely competed in over 400 days.
Yeah. I know, Paco, you're not a fan of Jay too much either.
A storm is coming.
And some technical difficulties there. Or is it me? Let me double check. Nope. It was them. Cosplay of Storm from X-Men. I mean, it looks great.
And her opponent from Vero Beach, Florida. Yeah. Jade Cargill has never competed for a singles championship in WWE. There's an opportunity to change that if she wins tonight. She would go on to SummerSlam to take on the WWE Women's Champion. If Asuka wins, she would headline SummerSlam against the Women's World Champion.
Ooh. I would much rather see Asuka versus the heel in SummerSlam.
Last year and back last
I really hope Asuka wins here.
Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair took the tag team titles to the Kabuki Warriors, Kairi Sane and Asuka. And it was on that night that Asuka injured her knee. That would cost her 13 months of action. When will that come to play? Will that be in her head here tonight?
I don't think it will. Sometimes you have that kind of they're hanging over you when a competitor is in
You're not getting the crazy pop.
fear of doing it again, or you really want to get back pencil. It was a fairly innocuous injury the way it went down. It wasn't a targeted attack on the knee of Asuka. I don't think that will come into play in the psyche of Asuka whatsoever. First time ever. Dominant. They're supposed to be able to control proceedings, and sometimes they lose their rank when that doesn't happen.
Ooh,
This is a
Shining Wizard.
strategy covered
Cover. Then kick out by Jade at one.
And making an even playing field. Take the power game away. And even the way that went down, Asuka really baited Cargill into making a mistake in the early goings, realizing, look, the bigger, powerful superstar, Jade Cargill, if I take that knee out, suddenly we're a lot more equal in terms of the power game. Asuka, a four-time world champion.
Ooh, Asuka with both
as NXT Women's Champion, she held it a record 510 days.
Another one.
Four-time tag champ. She's won the Money in the Bank. And who won't forget the first 914 days she was in NXT and in WWE, Wade. She was undefeated. She's won pretty much everything.
Roll through, cover. Nope.
Yeah, I got
a knee lock.
Knee bar on.
Knee bar.
Jade Cargill, the damaged knee. Asuka now. Not a single thing has gone right for Jade Cargill right from the beginning. That is how good the strategy of Asuka has been. Yeah, but Jade Cargill looking to make it back to her feet. Shoulders down.
Oh, German.
And a great move. There's the power of Cargill coming into play. Dumping Asuka on the back of her head. Deadly heel power German suplex. You're right, the power game has finally got a bit of breathing room here for Cargill. We're going to learn a lot about Jade Cargill in this match, Wade. The fact that she's got a damaged knee already after the attack by Asuka. Yeah, what's been the knock on Jade Cargill in a run in WWE so far? It's that she's been tagging with Bianca Belair. Just pretty bad.
Big spine buster there.
With Bianca Belair, but we saw Cargill step up huge at WrestleMania on her own against former friend Naomi. That's the kind of confidence-building win that has propelled Cargill to this point. And now the fall-away slam by Jade Cargill and a kip-up. I don't know how wise that was on a bad knee, but she pulled it off.
Jade with huge ass eyelashes.
Back to her feet.
Ooh, big super kick.
Using full extension of those long limbs. We're going to outpower Asuka again with a choke slam, dropping her in the middle of the ring.
Cover.
For the win. Asuka
Man, kick out at two.
Shoulder up barely. You got to give Jade Cargill all the credit in the world. She gets We see it clearly put in the hot hours behind the scenes. Nailing a choke slam here, and Asuka, who dominated the first 5 minutes of this, looks like a changed woman.
Headbutting.
Of course, fighting back
With her back of the head.
One of the toughest matches to date.
Big kick from Asuka.
Matchup when it comes to Asuka, so well skilled in everything. Both women down. Finals of the Queen of the Ring sold out tonight. The Kingdom Arena, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's been an incredible couple of days as we prepare for the Royal Rumble here in Riyadh. First part of 2026.
Women struggling at this point. They've both taken and given massive, massive shots. The gleam of that crowd has to be driving these two on.
Jade Cargill beginning to get the upper hand out.
Fans not behind Jade. Big back fist, back kick.
And here comes Asuka.
Code breaker from Asuka.
Asuka's different though. An absolute expert in the
Big kick in the corner.
Now she goes.
Asuka, a joy to watch. And now she's going to go up top. She's got Cargill on the ropes and she knows it. Asuka.
Missile drop kick, nice.
Asuka will go
Cover,
for the cover here and try to win the tournament.
Nail kick out by Jade.
We talked a few moments ago about how we're going to learn a lot about Jade Cargill. Now in its learning time, this Cargill really is going to have to dig deep and come up with some answers here. She's on the ropes. She's in big trouble. And Asuka smells victory.
Asuka has planned here.
Uh-oh. Jade fights back. Uh-oh. Roll through. Cover. Nail kick out.
Asuka's doing a great job of just confusing Cargill, but wait up.
And again, the power of Cargill.
Sit out power bomb to Asuka. Nail kick out.
Just one moment of mental clarity from Jade Cargill turns the tide. Once again, blocking that knee strike, powering up her opponent, driving it out, that sit up. Almost gets the crown in the hands of Jade Cargill.
Armbar. Got her.
By Asuka. Armbar now by Asuka, center of the ring.
And that is fully extended. Now Pittsburgh trying to block. Just about hugging those arms as she powered up.
Oh, Jesus. Freaking Asuka, so aggressive with that.
Massive hyperextension.
Cover. Rolls to the rope. Kick out.
Combination in a kick out. There's a
Bicycle kick. Big bicycle kick.
And now Cargill.
But
Asuka though.
Nope.
He's going for Jade. Again. Looking for the Asuka lock. Looking for the Asuka
Got her.
lock. Cargill.
long way from the ropes now. Extreme agony. Cargill in trouble.
Asuka, lock, nope. Roll, cover, two, nail, kick out.
That was so resourceful from Cargill when she took the
Ooh.
but an onslaught that followed.
Could be closing in.
No.
By Cargill. Great counter.
Oh, come on. Jade with the cover. 2, 3. Wow.
It's your queen of the ring, but she had to crawl through hell to get there. Absolutely spent, exhausted, but block out the pain. You are the queen of WWE, Jade.
Biggest win of Jade Cargill's singles career here in WWE thus far. Not only is she queen of the ring, she's going to SummerSlam. Asuka have the Asuka lock in, but another great counter by Jade. Very impressive with Jade with her counters tonight.
Yeah, clearly been working on reversals and escape plans, but this was the moment I thought it was Jade over. Asuka immediately pouncing, going in for that Empress impact on the power of Cargill was too much. Hot Asuka, Empress of Tomorrow goes down. Victory in sight. No mistake from him for Cargill.
General managers Pierce and Aldis in the ring to present Jade Cargill for the Queen of the Ring. Queen of the Ring.
I guess. I don't think she's ready, but they might just throw her to the wolves here.
As Jade celebrates, let's head up to Byron Saxton.
Jade, you are now headed to SummerSlam in a match for the WWE Women's Championship. How do you feel?
You know, Byron, when I first entered this tournament, it felt like the world was on my shoulders.
I don't think a lot of them
But you know what?
Riyadh are happy too.
For the people out there who are down themselves, praise yourself because you are fighting for the booze. Don't let them tell you who you are. You show them. And the grind don't stop. A storm is coming for SummerSlam.
I guess.
Well, it remains to be seen who will be the WWE Women's Champion at SummerSlam. Could be Tiffany Stratton. Could be Naomi, who's missed Money in the Bank. But Jade Cargill has an opportunity. MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, the first weekend of August. To win her first singles championship in WWE.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break before the main event. Do not go anywhere.
The presidents are trying to kill us!
Wait, what?
Yeah, time for President's Day weekend.
Welcome everybody to my Uncle Frank's old hunting cabin.
Strange things lurk in the woods.
Who's out there?
There is a bunch of them, ready to slit our throats.
I saw them. Lincoln, Washington, they're really dead.
The leaders of the free world have returned for a lethal lesson in American history.
Who the hell are you?
I'm James K. Polk.
Who?
Why did you summon John Wilkes Booth?
Let's bring a leg.
Whoa. How could he not know who I was? He was writing an essay on me! I'm fighting back!
Maybe you should rethink fighting back.
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
I mean, you are the movie buff.
Worst President's Day ever.
Booth, you dick! I was in the middle of something. Just like I was in the middle of that play.
Oh, please, I wasn't even in that play. How good could it be?
Welcome back to Joker's Wildside Watch Along as we're back here at Night of Champions. And up next is the main event for the undisputed WWE Champion John Cena versus CM Punk.
Yin and Yang. Two entities in constant
Let me know in the comments who you guys are rooting for.
Totally interdependent to exist.
The champ
John
or
Cena
CM Punk?
and CM Punk. Yin and Yang.
I think John Cena retains.
Clean-cut, untouchable, chosen one.
But during the entrances, I will give some more about what I think will happen.
A decorated champion. A valiant in-ring competitor, and above all else, a man of the people. And after more than 2 decades in the spotlight, and who once set the standard of hustle, loyalty, and respect. CM Punk. The loud, defiant voice of the voiceless. The rebel who was never meant to be king.
I've been the best ever since day one. There's one thing you're better at than I am, John, and that's kissing ass.
His desire to sit alone atop the summit will lead to bitterness and resentment, self-destruction and banishment. But time changes everything. Yin becomes Yang. Yang becomes Yin. Drafting realities destined to be found. Who've been endlessly engaged finds itself with new motivation.
That title has corrupted you. I've been the victim of an abusive relationship for 20 years.
You're not wrong about that.
Watch me be great.
Instead of a graceful exit, John Cena detached and disillusioned.
Has vowed to ruin wrestling for everyone.
CM Punk has returned from exile, beacon of hope and change. A new face for the company he once vowed to burn down.
True.
The balance has shifted. Light becomes shadow. Shadow now stands in the sun.
I have shut your mouth and beaten your best. You can't beat me. When I'm at my best, you never could. I won the title. I left with the title. You're trying to follow in my footsteps. I hate this idea that you're the best in the world. You're not. You're the greatest of all time. But you, Liz Punk, I am jealous that you have conned these people that you're the best in the world. Remember who gave you the stage for your pipe bomb, pal? What have you done with it since then, huh?
The greatest of all time.
Night of Champions. Balls in your court, hero.
The best in the world.
You can't see me? I see through you.
Positioned once again upon opposing shores. For a final reckoning.
All right. Crowd already chanting for Punk. There's a lot of John Cena fans. You can tell by their shirts. Nice pop for Punk. Anyways, like I was saying, I think Cena wins, but I have a feeling maybe Seth Rollins will come down. He is Mr. Money in the Bank. Just to mess with Punk, or really, if Punk's about to win, cost him the title, and maybe him taking it himself. Jeez, that crowd was loud. The clovering time. Punk wearing a windbreaker jacket. A lot of Punk signs. Well, definitely behind Punk. Wait for the champ. John Cena. Crowd also very behind Cena. They're chanting John Cena sucks through his song. Yeah. 69 days as champion. This is only his second defense as champion as well. Love the fans here. Looks like it's very hot there. Both Cena and CM Punk specifically looks like he's already sweating. They haven't started.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the undisputed WWE Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Chicago, Illinois. He weighed in at 218 pounds. The best seed. His opponent.
Excuse me.
From West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds. He is the greatest of all time. The never seen 17.
I think Nash got it now.
With his presence, one last time. He's the real champion. He's the undisputed WWE
Long intro for him.
The final time in Riyadh, the final time at Night of Champions, his retirement tour. And tonight,
All right.
the final time.
Let me know in the comments who you got. Like I said, I got Cena, but possibly there's Mr. Money in the Bank hanging around everywhere in the background.
Championship. The renewal, in my mind, of one of the greatest rivalries in the history of WWE. 6-6 with a draw in singles matchups against one another
They're
over the years.
literally 500 with each other. One no contest, one draw, and 6-6.
2011. But SummerSlam of that year, the last time Rock defeated Cena. First time in nearly 13 years, these two have done battle for the championship on the line. Side headlock by Cena as we start things off in this matchup. Keys to the match for Cena way.
Yes, the match for Cena is the simply has to outlast the best of all time in CM Punk, who probably outtest is in the best shape of his life. That is a tall task. And John Boy better figure something out real fast here.
Again, an electric sold-out crowd tonight. Goosebumps inducing. Cena and Punk haven't done anything yet.
We were witnessing history 14 years in the making with the roles completely reversed. CM Punk in 2011 about to stop with the WWE Championship. Cena's stated goal this time around to do the same at the end of the retirement tour.
Side headlock now by Punk. Keys to Punk winning the championship.
Well, Punk needs to simply lock in, block out the noise, focus exclusively on why he really came back to WWE. There's been a ton of talk about why, even from himself. He is a natural-born competitor, a natural-born winner, and he sees his place exclusively at the top of the mountain. Something's never changed.
Punk looking for a sixth
Quick cover from Cena. You only get to one.
And an Intercontinental Champion, a Tag Team Champion, only man in history with back-to-back Money in the Banks. Of course, John Cena, record-setting 17-time world champion. Randy Orton, the only active performer that is still close at 14. Nice side headlock takedown and into a leg scissors by Cena.
I'll tell you something I found fascinating a couple of weeks ago. When John Cena hit his version of a pipe bomb promo, it really felt like he'd been waiting 14 years to get that off his chest. Did not appreciate being the victim in the summer of Punk. And he sees tonight, I suspect, as his moment for vengeance.
Remember, John Cena would win the Elimination Chamber to earn the opportunity.
Slow start to the match as
WrestleMania and
John Cena's new way of wrestling has been very slow and methodical.
Was going to do everything he needed to do.
A lot of them calling him bored.
Later on in the night, the alignment with the Rock, he would go on in controversial manner to win the championship against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. Controversy has been a part of everything John Cena has done since Toronto in March.
Yeah, I think John Cena, when he returned to WWE, came back perhaps with the best of intentions, but realized maybe over the course of time he'd lost a step. And if he really wanted to achieve his goals here and become that record-breaking 17-time world champ, he needed to find some shortcuts. He needed to become a different human being. And boy, oh boy, has he done so.
Yeah, no doubt he's a different human being. And this is that man. CM Punk. I cannot overemphasize the amount of passion that these WWE fans here and Rhea have shown us not only tonight, but last night at Friday Night SmackDown.
I think John Cena's upset with the fans. They're just chanting whatever they want.
This is a football stadium. It's a football, not soccer, Michael Cole.
I said football at the top of the show.
Incredibly impressive. Your age, reform, Cena fanboy, and a reform football man.
Big right hand by Cena. Listen, I made no bones about it. I believe John Cena is the greatest of all time, and I've laid out my arguments why on a number of occasions, but I just don't like the attitude that Cena's showing here, especially this last year in WWE. He's taken everything away from the fans. He's taken away the you can't see me and the hustle, loyalty, and respect, not allowing them to cheer what they want to cheer in John's final time here in WWE.
I would have support that argument 6 months ago, but when you soiled
nice suplex, cover, one, nail it.
You can call
Only
that
a
guy
one.
the greatest of all time anymore.
And there was once a man who, here's a cover, who was a
nope, not even a one.
I believe is the greatest of all time, but he just happened to be the dirtiest player in the game. So I don't think we can necessarily talk about what's personal actions. We're talking about the greatest. With a shoulder tackle. And
got him up for the go to sleep. Nope. Cena sneaks out.
John Cena knew it was that close.
Running away like a scalded cat. Who could blame him? We know how devastating that GTS is. Cena's tasted it enough in the past, and I'll give Cena credit there. A real clean turn of heels there to get out of trouble.
Yeah, that's classic.
Classic Punk, classic Eddie.
I don't sweat you, John.
Classic Punk, but Punk really is a career-long antagonist who is now tasked with taking down 2025's ultimate villain.
Let's make no mistake about it. Punk is still an antagonist. He's still got that attitude. He's got that mentality. Imagine Lincoln Cena trying to power Punk up. What's Punk trying to do here? Awkward situation for both these men. Cena's got him in the position, at least momentarily. Punk the
roll up 1, 2, nail. Kick out from Cena.
Certainly hasn't lost in power. John Cena still throwing Savage Jim in Tampa, Florida, but just beaten to the punch on that one by CM Punk.
Side Russian, roll up, cover, only one.
The shoulder up. Punk knew he wasn't beating John there. That was just to say, hey,
I got your number.
Yeah, but I do think the longer this match goes on, the more it benefits CM Punk. And CM Punk has shaken off a massive amount of ring rust since coming back to WWE. I was highly critical of him, but that epic rivalry with Drew McIntyre last year has really taken Punk to levels I haven't seen from him before.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I agree with you totally on that point. Punk again.
Looking for stretch.
I've seen him.
Yeah.
Got him. A dominant stretch, perhaps.
This modified octopus hold, maybe a page out of AJ Lee's playbook.
Oh, indeed. As Punk delivered a couple elbows. Cena now looking to power him up. And down goes Punk. Nice takedown by John. Into the cover.
Man, kick out by Punk.
I'm going to tweak something in the side of John Cena there, though, interestingly enough. Brief pause for Cena, but now back on the attack.
Is this the pace you expected?
Well, John Cena, absolutely. This is what we've seen from him since returning. This is historically the John Cena pace. And when John Cena controls the pace of matches, does things at this speed, methodically, he tends to win.
Cena with a kick right to the face. That caught Punk good. Punk's down.
And if you can pick up the pace against John Cena, you've got a much better chance. But the volume and the power of those strikes just knocks the stuffing out of opponents, so they quite simply cannot pick the speed up.
Referee Dan Engler checking on Punk again. That was a flush kick by Cena right to the face.
Cena. Classic Cena. Here we go. We sped this up.
Really give the WWE fans what they want.
He's not even breathing heavily.
And he does with a knuckle shuffle. And now measuring Punk for the AA. Good adjustment. Punk slips behind. Punk time with a heel kick. Cena back to his feet. Punk dips underneath.
Neck breaker.
Breaker by Punk.
A little classic CM Punk in return. We're getting the greatest hits tonight.
The running knee. Punk Cena flush on the jaw.
Bring to the nose too. Cena looking like
Going for that elbow drop. The Macho Man elbow drop.
Punk gonna climb to the top rope. Cena's down in trouble.
Oh yeah.
Paying homage to the Macho Man. Flying elbow by Punk. And he's having time to go.
Signaling for the Jeep. Go to sleep.
Look at the GTS to go to sleep to win the championship.
Nope. Trying to caught him. No. Yep. Locked him in.
Turn the speed of the right moment from. I don't know if
CM Punk locked into the GTS. Uh-oh.
And Punk now going to try
on the corner device.
John Cena.
Shows the brilliance of CM Punk while in agony on his dire strikes.
Submission now applied to Cena. Cena's in trouble. If he taps, Punk wins the title.
Wolves pump through. Man.
Force a break.
The brains just never stop working.
Uh-oh, Cena.
Hey. Ooh. Cover. Man, kick out from Punk.
This is incredible. This is why these are two of the greatest in history. Perfectly executed elbow drop. And this looked like it was going to be good night, but after the GTS was avoided, an AA from Cena, a late kick out from Punk, who is hurt in a bad way now.
Yeah, Cena, you saw the look on his face. He smells blood. Cena with Punk up again, looking for another attitude adjustment. Punk though will land on his feet, kick right to the midsection.
DDT.
Cena.
Punk is hurt bad here. I don't know if he's going to be able to follow this up. He's going to try something, though.
GTS? I mean, STF? Got him.
Not going to turn the tables on Cena. Now it's Cena in trouble. Adding insult and injury. Can you imagine if Cena taps to his own move? And Cena trying to drag himself. Get the hand on the rope and force a break here. Cena trying to hang on. Does he have enough left? Punk's got it cinched in good. And now the break will happen.
That's to the break. To the rope, sorry.
Perfect spot kind of blocking the vision of John Cena, which is why it took about 5 seconds to actually grab that rope.
That's why a Punk will continue the damage to Cena.
Cena wilting in the corner, propped up by the turnbuckles. And then Punk can move fast here.
Ooh, another running knee.
Flush again.
Nope, Cena stops.
Planks top center of the ring.
Ooh, kick. Uh-oh. Go to sleep. Nope. Ooh, that was a bad clothesline. Uh-oh. Hey, Cena covers. 1, 2. Ooh, CM Punk barely kicks out.
And this just has to crush the spirit of John Cena. Reversal after reversal after reversal. I know you, but you know yourself. Prove this one's over, Punk. Or is it? Not tonight, not this way, John.
Now with the John Cena starting to get frustrated in front of a sellout crowd. Night of Champions in Kingdom Arena.
It's all right. It just started really slow. I don't know if it's awesome yet.
That is a look of panic on the eyes of John Cena. Resilient.
Cena in control.
He tried something, but he thought he'd be home and dry at this point.
I don't think Cena wants to fight forever.
Now Punk placed up on the top rope. Both of these
Avalanche
exhaustion setting in. Imagine going through what they've been through. It might be a bit worse for Cena.
Two regular attitude adjustments didn't work, so Cena going for a big one, but Punk getting the block.
He needed to.
Punk for the top.
Cross body. Roll through.
His 600-pound plus squat of John Cena.
Turn. Oh, Punk kicked out again. I thought that was it.
He's driving to this evening. Oh my God. Even better. John Cena just won't power this deep into an exhausting matchup.
The guts of Punk in this match tonight.
I don't know if Punk has any clue what he's just done. I don't know if the cogs are turning into his mind, but John Cena is fully aware. And that is a look of resigned failure for me.
John has his eyes trained on the WWE Championship.
Well, here it goes. These are moves Cena's used before.
What does this new Cena care?
We know what he's cooking up here.
The referee warning Cena, you'll be disqualified.
I think he cares.
Yeah.
John Cena.
The WWE fans said, no, John Cena.
Well, it looks like he's turning back here. Nope. Punk. Ooh, go to sleep. Cover. Cena kicks out. No. Sorry about that.
Getting disqualified with a championship shot. He cried And then kicks out of the GTS.
Or maybe the fans are starting to get to it. For the most part, it's been overwhelming love for Cena on the support floor despite his actions. He allowed the fans to get to him there.
I don't know if I'm buying that explanation after what I've seen over the past few months from John Cena. Maybe he's just had his bell rung and is making bad decisions.
Well, he suffered a very injury top the title out of it.
Hinting to the babyface turn again.
Cena turning right, haymakers at each other.
I think Punk caught it, Cena good in the jaw. Shoulder blocks again. Classic Cena. Ooh, oh, referee out.
Just blasted the referee, can't angle her. Cena punched the reverse of GTS, but there's no finisher.
Cover.
Was knocked out of the ring with a shoulder tackle. Punch up the championship run, but there's no finisher in the counter.
Ref is out.
In 2 minutes, absolutely should have got the job done. John England referee inadvertently dropped down and out.
Yeah, Punk didn't see what happened because he ducked out of the way of the tackle, and then Cena just clocked the referee who's down and out now.
Yeah, that was a nasty landing. The shoulder tackle was bad enough, but the way the ref contorted through those ropes and
Calling for another
hit
ref.
the ground on the outside with the
Yes! I had a feeling. You would do this to mess with Punk.
Mr. Seth Rollins, this is not unprecedented. Rollins cashed in to make a triple threat 10 years ago. And Rollins and his crew are here.
You can't cash in money in the bank without a referee present.
I'm not 100% sure he is. I think he's sending his goons to do
Normally you bring an official with you.
Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed to do the dirty work.
Let's not forget the long-standing issues, the long-standing hatred for Seth Rollins and Punk. And with the official man outside the ring, what a better opportunity for Seth Rollins to screw CM Punk tonight.
Yep.
Tremendous hatred over years and years, maybe. You've hit the nail on the head, Joel. And the mission is simply screw over CM Punk.
And these big, bad bruisers, Braun Breaker, Seth Rollins, and Punk knows he's in trouble. Punk knows he's outnumbered.
Before you do send them, you know you're gonna.
Rollins has been waiting a long, long time for this.
Oh, there they go. Ref is down.
And CM Punk trying to do all he can to avert disaster.
Ooh, Bronson tossed out. Braun.
Against the greatest of all time, arguably.
Now Breaker and Bronson Reed both down and out outside the ring. CM Punk. Oh my goodness. Overshot both men. I thought he got Breaker, but Bronson Reed able to take control.
I think the Bronson saved CM Punk.
Tied in favor of Reed and Breaker.
Reed didn't go down. He's too strong weight on it, Joel.
And now Punk planted onto and through
The timing was off.
Of course, that should be a disqualification, but with our referee there, these points can do whatever they want.
People are chanting for the OTC.
Reed
Calling for a ref.
just standing in the middle of the ring.
And there's a ref. Oh, that long eye run again. Here we go. Oh, Cena taking out the ref. Cena and Rollins face to face. Cena turning babyface again. Oh, takes out Rollins. Still no ref.
Cena, it didn't have to be this way, I presume. For you.
Tsunami. Uh-oh, Penta. I did not see him coming out here.
He's okay. Penta comes out on the stage now.
Penta flying here and then no trouble with Bronson Reed, Bron Breakker, and Seth freaking Rollins of late.
And Penta now. And Bron Breakker going at it.
Dawn and Penta have been going at it for a few weeks. Mexican destroyer. Nope, super kick.
And Breakker though.
Ooh, tossing Penta.
Thanks for trying, Penta. That was noble but foolhardy.
And there goes Sammy. They're bringing everybody in here for this main event. Evens out the numbers a little bit. Ooh, Jesus. Right from muscling Sammy. Almost like a... Uh-oh. Penta gonna fly. Ooh. What a main event.
Bronson Reed.
Yep.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Bronson Reed looking for a tsunami. Cena Punk from behind.
Ooh, taken out.
Cena with the big
Ooh, what an A on Bronson Reed.
Well, Cena and CM Punk basically come to one another's aid here.
It looks like Cena might be on the verge of turning back babyface.
Now it's back to one-on-one. Punk and Cena had to help one another.
The master plan was by
CM Punk with the tan all over his bandages of Braun Breaker, I think. Cena looks like he's breaking. Are we seeing Cena turning back babyface? Kick him in the nuts.
I told you something.
Yeah, here we go. That look. Yep. Seth Rollins. Ooh, takes out CM Punk. Uh-oh. Stop. Cena wins. And he's running the hell out of there.
Wade, for 2 years, it has been Seth Rollins' mission statement to continually screw CM Punk. He did it in the Elimination Chamber. He did it again tonight at Night of Champions.
We're going to take another one back at next after.
I thought that was it. And then that look.
Briefly, the desperate, soulless version of John Cena returning Punk was ready and waiting about to connect with a GTS one. It looked like a replay of what we'd seen historically from Seth freaking Rollins, but Cena had another idea.
And John Cena dumping Rollins, taking advantage to once again retain the championship in controversial fashion. John Cena is still the undisputed WWE champion as his request.
Still champion Cena. Seth screw CM Punk. And after that, Cena flies out of there. Wow, there's going to be stuff. Let's see what else happens. Wow. John Cena retained. Let's see what else happens in the ring. Seth looks upset. He wasn't able to cash in. Seth not happy at all. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the show. What was your favorite match? Probably this one with the interference and everything was the better one. But a great show here for Night of Champions. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Like, subscribe. And let me know anything else you might want me to. I've been Lobo and this is JoJerz while I talk about you. See you next time.